Credit card debt is one of the most common and financially draining burdens many individuals face today. With high interest rates, minimum payments that barely touch the principal, and the ease of swiping without much thought, it's no wonder so many people find themselves overwhelmed. Yet despite how intimidating it may feel, it is entirely possible to pay off credit card debt faster than you might think. It takes a mix of strategy, mindset, financial awareness, and consistency. Escaping the weight of credit card debt not only improves your financial health, but also restores a sense of control and peace in your daily life. The first and most essential step in paying off credit card debt fast is to face it honestly. This means taking the time to gather all your credit card statements and writing down the total balance on each one, the interest rates, and the minimum monthly payments. Many people avoid this step because it's uncomfortable to see the full amount. But without clarity, progress is impossible. Knowing exactly how much you owe and to whom gives you a roadmap and makes the goal real. When you identify your total debt and organize it in one place, you can finally begin to develop a strategy that targets the problem head-on. Once you have a complete understanding of your debt, you must assess your financial capacity. Look at your income and your current monthly expenses. This means tracking everything you spend money on: rent, groceries, gas, subscriptions, entertainment, and even those small, seemingly insignificant daily purchases like coffee or snacks. By doing this, you'll find areas where you can cut back. These reductions aren't meant to be permanent lifestyle changes, but short-term sacrifices that will help you free yourself from debt faster. The more you can trim your expenses, the more money you can allocate toward extra debt payments. This temporary discomfort leads to lasting relief and freedom. With extra money available, choose a debt repayment method that matches your personality and financial habits. The two most effective strategies are the debt snowball and the debt avalanche methods. The snowball method involves paying off your smallest balances first while making minimum payments on the others. As each small balance is paid off, you gain momentum and motivation. The avalanche method, by contrast, focuses on paying off the highest interest rate cards first. This saves more money in the long run because you minimize the amount of interest you pay. While the avalanche is mathematically superior, the snowball can offer quicker wins and keep motivation high. The best strategy is the one you will stick with consistently. In addition to paying more than the minimum, consider making multiple payments each month. Instead of paying once when your statement arrives, try paying every time you get paid, whether that's weekly or bi-weekly. This keeps your balance lower throughout the month and reduces the average daily balance on which interest is calculated. It also helps create a rhythm of accountability and makes debt repayment part of your financial routine. Over time, these frequent payments accelerate your progress significantly and can shave months or even years off your repayment timeline. Another method to pay off credit card debt faster is to increase your income and dedicate the surplus specifically to your debt. While cutting expenses has limits, your earning potential can be expanded. This might include taking on a part-time job, freelancing, selling unused items online, or turning a hobby into a side hustle. The key here is not to raise your standard of living with the new income, but to apply it entirely toward your debt. Even temporary efforts like weekend gigs or seasonal work can provide large chunks of cash that bring down your balances dramatically. Every extra dollar you earn and put toward your credit cards shortens your debt journey and brings you closer to financial independence. Sometimes, high-interest credit card debt is too overwhelming to tackle efficiently through minimum payments and income adjustments alone. In such cases, debt consolidation might be a viable option. This can be done through a personal loan with a lower interest rate or a balance transfer credit card with 0% APR for an introductory period. If you choose to consolidate, it's important to avoid the trap of using your newly freed-up credit cards again. Consolidation is not a cure on its own. It is a tool that requires discipline. If used wisely, it can lower your monthly payments, reduce the amount of interest you pay, and speed up your debt repayment plan. One of the most overlooked keys to paying off credit card debt fast is changing the behaviors that led to the debt in the first place. Credit cards are not inherently bad. They're tools that can either build your financial future or destroy it, depending on how they're used. To avoid repeating the same mistakes, commit to using cash or debit for daily expenses until your debt is fully paid off. This makes your spending more tangible and keeps you within the limits of what you actually have. If you must use a credit card, only do so for budgeted purchases that you know you can pay off in full by the due date. Developing these habits now ensures that you stay debt-free in the future. As you move through your debt payoff journey, it's crucial to track your progress and celebrate small milestones. Create a visual tracker, spreadsheet, or use an app to record each payment and watch your balances shrink. This ongoing progress motivates you and reminds you why you're making these sacrifices. If your journey will take months or even years, breaking it into smaller goals makes the process feel more manageable. Every $100 or $1,000 paid down is a victory worth acknowledging. These small wins build momentum and reinforce your commitment to becoming debt-free. Avoiding new debt is just as important as paying off existing debt. It's easy to fall back into the trap if you don't change your environment and spending habits. This means avoiding unnecessary credit card offers, unsubscribing from tempting shopping emails, and limiting impulse purchases. Create a budget that includes room for fun, so you don't feel deprived, but be intentional with every dollar. Building an emergency fund is also crucial to prevent future reliance on credit. Even saving just $500 to $1,000 as a starter fund gives you a buffer that protects you from needing to swipe a card when life throws an unexpected expense your way. Financial accountability can accelerate your progress. Share your debt-free goal with someone you trust, a friend, partner, family member, or even an online community. Talking about money is often taboo, but when you open up, you build a support system that helps you stay on track. This can also include listening to financial podcasts, reading success stories, or joining debt-free groups. Surrounding yourself with like-minded people reminds you that you're not alone and gives you fresh strategies and encouragement when motivation runs low. You may even find inspiration from others who were once in deeper debt than you are now, but successfully paid it all off. Emotional discipline is a major part of this journey. Credit card debt isn't always caused by irresponsibility. It can stem from emergencies, medical bills, or tough seasons. However, many people also accumulate debt due to emotional spending, seeking comfort or validation through shopping. If emotional triggers play a role in your debt, it's important to recognize them and find healthier ways to cope. This might include journaling, therapy, meditation, or setting personal boundaries. Financial freedom isn't just about math, it's about psychology, habits, and mindset. When you work on both the numbers and the behavior, your chances of success multiply. As you pay down your credit card debt, it's important to visualize what life will be like once you're free. Imagine not owing anyone anything, not worrying about minimum payments, and finally using your income to build wealth, save for the future, or invest in experiences. Visualizing the reward keeps you focused when motivation fades. When the goal feels real, the temporary discomfort of sacrifice becomes easier to bear. The faster you pay off your credit cards, the sooner you can shift from survival mode to growth mode. Lastly, remember that paying off credit card debt fast is a personal journey. Everyone's situation is different. The speed at which you progress depends on your income, expenses, commitment, and support system. There will be setbacks. Some months will be harder than others. You may make mistakes along the way. What matters most is that you don't quit. Even when progress feels slow, you are still moving forward. Financial change takes time, but with persistence and determination, it is inevitable. Once you're out of debt, the financial confidence and control you gain are priceless. In conclusion, eliminating credit card debt quickly is not just about making payments. It's about changing your financial behavior, increasing your income, living within your means, and staying consistent. It starts with facing your debt, creating a plan, making sacrifices, and staying focused on the end goal. Whether you choose the snowball method, the avalanche method, or a combination of both, the key is action and consistency. Use extra income, cut back on expenses, avoid new debt, and track your progress. Most importantly, believe that you can do it. The journey may be challenging, but the destination is worth every effort. Because financial freedom opens the door to a life where your money serves you, not the other way around.